pep talk time. Welcome to Kyera in My Pocket, where personal transformation gets intimate, raw, and uncensored. So do not say that I didn't warn you. I'm Kyera Kacey, founder of Liberate Her, an international best-selling author of Rich Bitch Money Goals, Becoming the Energetic Match to Wealth. I have coached thousands of women around the world using our 9 iconic rich bitch principles to change their lives, their businesses, and their bank accounts. So get ready for unfiltered stories, TMI moments, and the exact mindset and embodiment shifts that have helped me build a multi-7-figure empire. I am here to help you on your path to personal and professional success. So tune in, turn up, and let's fucking go. I got a pocket full of Kyera. Whoa. I couldn't help myself. Let's go. So I got up this morning, per usual, around 5 o'clock. I did my meditation and I recorded a whole ass episode after that, only to find that my microphone was not plugged in. And I was like, what in the actual fuck? Okay, so take 2. God damn it. Here we are. I've got a really great pep talk to have with you today. But before I dive into that, I just want to give you a little bit of inspo, a little bit of inspiration for those of you who, I don't know, maybe you want to create your own YouTube channel, or you want to really have your coaching business take off, or you want to do something and it requires visibility. When I moved my business online in 2019, I made a promise to myself that I was not going to stop myself from hitting record, going live, doing the damn thing. Like, I wasn't going to stop myself if I wasn't dressed, my hair wasn't like, y'all, I haven't even brushed my hair this morning. Okay. And if you're watching this video, I'm not gonna lie, my hair's not looking all that bad for not having brushed it yet. But like, I don't have makeup on, like, whatever. I've been going about my morning and we're not dressed yet, but I had the desire to record an episode for you. And I'm not going to go through a whole routine of taking a shower, doing my hair, doing my makeup. Again, like I very rarely wear makeup. So why would I do that just to be on video? Okay. Well, what I have found is that people who do that, especially those of you when you get like that creative hit to press live, to hit record, and you delay it because you think you don't look good or you think you need to go get prepared and get ready. Fast forward, I don't know, 2 hours later, and then you go to sit down and you've lost the energy, you've lost the magic, and then you don't do it. Or you do it, but it is not in the same frequency and it just doesn't land as well. So this is a reminder to stop delaying just because you don't feel put together or presentable. Like, God, I got shit all over my shirt. Like, what? I actually don't even know what that is. Like, what is that? What is that? Whatever. I don't care. Okay. So take messy action. Procrastination, actually, it's perfectionism leads to procrastination. This is why I always say, my perfectionists, those of you that come into my world, you are high maintenance. You're a lot, and I can handle you. I can deal with like those of you that are perfectionists, I can deal with you very well, but I'm calling your ass out, okay? But I want to talk about 83-year-old Hatti today who loves sex. And the reason I want to talk about her, I came across this reel last night or a video, I don't know, some video online. And it was about this 83-year-old woman. Her name is Hatti, and she is on Tinder and she's having a really good time and she's owning that. And I got to be honest, Hatti looks more put together on a day-to-day basis than I do at 83, right? She had an incredible outfit on, her hair and makeup's done. Like, she's on her game. Hattie's not fucking around. Hattie's got goals, okay? Hatti is going to achieve those goals. And so I'm watching this video of this 83-year-old woman express her love for younger men. And she's on Tinder to meet younger men and to experience pleasure and have sex and have a really good time. Like, Hatti wants to have a good time. And I'm like, I got to look at the comments. And I saw what I expected to see. And what I expected to see were a lot of comments that were in support and cheering for Hatti. And I love that for her, and it should be that way. But I had this moment of being like, I bet my last fucking dollar that if I were to do a video like that, you would have a lot of people because I'm 37, Hattie is 83. And for some reason, when we're old and we're wrinkly and we've got gray hair and we're out living life, we're like owning all the things that we love and we're just rocking it and we don't give a fuck. People are like, yes, sister, go get it, girl, like clapping for you. But if I don't know, someone in their 20s or 30s or 40s is like, I love sex, I'm on Tinder, I'm doing my thing, people are going to have they're going to have some negative things to say. It's like you're no longer inspirational Hattie. You're a whore. You're a slut. You're trashy. You're attention seeking. Like that is, and I don't understand. Like, because I'm not here to only live my life once I hit fucking 80. And that's if I hit 80. So what's up with that? I gotta know. So I was thinking about the time that I was in Ireland. This was 2022. I talk about this in my book, Rich Bitch Money Goals. Of course, I give a little more detail as to like why it's in there. But in 2022, I was running a retreat in Ireland. I run them every year in September in Ireland. And I had a client that came in early. So she came in for a VIP day. And I said, listen, do you want to go out or do you want to go out? Like, are we going out and having dinner and we're coming back? Or like, are we going out? And she's like, let's go out. I'm like, I'm in. Now, I don't drink maybe once a year. And that's not because I'm spiritual, although I am. I meditate, I do breath work every day. I believe in angels and other realms, and I talk to like all the things I've been channeling since I was a child. But I can also rap pretty much every lyric to Eminem. Like, would give me a song and I'm down. Okay. I can twerk it and drop it like it's hot. I can have a good time. I can be this and that. And I am this and that. In fact, the E on my tattoo is representative of Eminem because I was obsessed with him growing up. And it was more so for his self expression and like, God, the audacity to just say what he wanted to say. I was so inspired by that. So my client and I, we go out. Mind you, this is before the retreat starts. Everybody relax. Okay. So we go out and I have a glass of wine. And then we go to this bar and we're waiting for the club to open. And all of a sudden, like the locals are talking to us and they start buying us Jaeger bombs. Now, I'm like, or I look at my client, I'm like, are we really going to do these shots? She's like, I'm in if you're in. I'm like, girl, I am down. Like, let's just, when in Ireland, let's go. So we are drinking these disgusting Jaeger bomb shots and we're just letting loose and we're having fun. We get to the club, we're dancing the night away. There's this Irish guy that I was dancing with for majority of the night. And by the end of the night, it's like at this point, it's 2 something in the morning. He's like, come on, when in Ireland? Like he's got the thickest Irish accent. I can barely understand him. And he's trying to get me to go back to his hotel room with him. And I'm like, no, I don't know. I don't think so. But he asked me enough times. And I just had this moment of being like, you know what? And I looked at him and I was like, fuck it. When in Ireland? And his face went white. He looked scared. I don't think he was expecting that at all. And so, so we leave the club. It's me, my client, and this guy. It's now pushing 3 in the morning. We get in this taxi, we go back to the hotel, and I'm looking at him. And because I'm starting to sober up. And when you're in a club, everything is dark and sexy and whatever. And I'm looking at him and I'm like, how old are you? And he goes, oh, I just turned 25. And I was like, oh, like, mind you, I'm 35, about to turn 36 like that week. But I was like, whatever. And he was very excited about it. So we go back to my hotel room. We have an amazing time. And it was awesome. Like it was great. And then I spent the next day in a spa experience with my client. And then, we did what we did. And then the retreat started, I don't know, a day after that. It was incredible. It was one of the greatest experiences. And I'm thinking like, and actually it was that retreat as well. So my birthday always falls on the last day of the retreat. So my birthday is September 16th. Everybody flies home on September 17th. And so September 16th, one of my clients is like, we have a surprise for you. And it was like in the evening. And she tells me that they hired a male dancer. Now, I thought she was joking, but she wasn't joking. And this man, drove 4 hours one way. One way. So we have this man that changes. We have the presidential suite. We're all in there. He changes into a construction worker's outfit because they specifically said no cops, because I have a history. We're like, we don't want to go there. So this guy comes out, and I'm getting, for the first time in my life, I've never done anything with a male dancer. So this was a first for me. And I'm getting a lap dance from this male dancer that my clients hired on the last night of our retreat in front of my clients. And I got to tell you, we had the time of our fucking lives. And but it's a little bit different when I tell that story, because I'm not 83 yet. And for some reason, there's just this like energy of it's just not okay to talk about these things, but I want to talk about these things. You know what? The line "when in Ireland" became, and that was again the guy that I had a one night stand with. He him being able to convince me to bring him back to the hotel, saying "when in Ireland" became the theme that we lived by. It was kind of like, when in Vegas. And so I ended up getting that tattooed on my arm. Before I had the sleeve, it says Nuar Ata in Erin. And that means "when in Ireland" in the Irish language. And so we lived our retreat by that. And it was like, dessert first, when in Ireland. Dessert after already having dessert, when in Ireland. We want to pivot and do this, when in Ireland. And it was so much fun. And so although the Ireland theme is around the mystic and it is very spiritual, and we do a lot of work with the land and, all these different things, one of the things that people come into my world for is to have fun and for liberation and self-expression. And we go there. Now, I'm not saying I bring a man to my hotel room every time I run a retreat in Ireland. And there's only been one male dancer that ever made it to a retreat, but we have a good time. And I think, the fact that Hatti at 83 can be celebrated by people, it's a reminder that you shouldn't be waiting until you're 83 to have a good time. And one of the things I always say for people in business, especially my coaches and those of you running retreats, like, your business is an extension of who you're being. And who you are at source is worthy, and your love and your divine, but that's not typically who people are being. They're being limited in their self-expression. They're in consideration for their creations instead of going, this is exactly what I want to experience. And so it's like, people get really disappointed when they meet a mentor in person and they realize like who they saw online is not who this person is when they're not behind the screen. And that's really disappointing for people. And people know when they come into my world what they're getting. They know you cannot come in to liberate her in this brand or rich bitch something and not know what you're getting. So this is a pep talk today to say, don't wait until you're 83 to go out there and wildly express yourself and live life and prioritize desire and pleasure in all the things. Go be like Hatti. Today's message is go be like 83-year-old Hatti and let it fucking rip. This pep talk was powered by Rich Bitch Money Goals, The Experience, our monthly membership designed to help you become the energetic match to wealth. Tap the link in the description to claim your seat and join the Rich Bitch community, where the more we play, the more money we make.